14 days down, man. Can you talk a little bit about your experience so far?
It's been long. It's been a grind. Been major improvement though since day one up to now, and we've just been pretty much working hard, trying to get it together and get going.
Now you're a transfer, correct?
No, I'm a true freshman.
True freshman. I'm sorry, I apologize. Yeah, what's that been like? That jump from high school then to the Big 12. I mean, that's a
it's just drastic. It's a big jump. It's just so much different. The game moves so much faster. You really got to get in the playbook and watch a lot of film. Like unlike high school, you just go out there and play. But I think the main jump is competitiveness. You actually got to compete with guys, try to get a spot and stuff like that, and no one backs down. I think that would be the main jump.
You know, I was just talking to Greg, another true freshman too. And, he was talking. I talked to him back in the spring, and he was saying, footwork's my biggest thing that I need to work on.
Right.
I mean, would you reiterate that same sentiment, or is it something else that you're working on?
Right. Definitely footwork. As a defensive back, you got to have great footwork, and a lot of young guys when they come in, that's pretty much the weak area of footwork. So yeah, we all been spending a lot of time on footwork and technique.
So do you feel like your physical skills coming in totally fine? It's just a matter of getting the footwork together.
Yes, sir. Footwork that plays a major part. If you got good footwork, you can compete definitely.
Now, how you hanging with some of those receivers out there? I mean, I assume the first day was probably pretty tough. You starting to settle in a little bit?
Yeah, definitely getting better every day. But yeah, as we first got out there, you can tell who the young guys are because you could be pretty bad. But as we grow and as days move forward, you get a lot better. You get used to recognizing routes and just start making more plays day by day.
You're in the 2-3 deep right now, on the depth chart. I mean, what's it like being a freshman and just, knowing you have, seniors and, upperclassmen ahead of you, but, obviously you probably want to see the field too. I mean, how do you approach that, as a freshman?
As me, I just work hard every day, and as the older guys are in front of me, I just try to learn from what they're doing and from their mistakes and from my mistakes, and at the same time let them show me the ropes. And when they move off, or if I have an opportunity to step in early, I just make the most of whatever.
What's the biggest thing you're working on right now?
I say technique and just recognizing plays develop.
What about what's it like working with a guy like Coach Campo and Coach Bowen? I mean, those are two guys, pretty awesome coaches.
Yeah, Coach Campo, he's a man with a lot of wisdom in the game of football. He's been around it all. He knows a lot, and so that's pretty good.
How familiar were you with Coach Campo before you started being recruited?
Before I came, Coach Campo and I built a pretty good relationship. As him and Coach Wyatt recruited me out of high school, so I know them pretty good. It was a big factor why I chose to come here.
Well, what do you think of the campus? I mean, I assume you've never been to Kansas before. You came here.
It's nice. It's real nice. I'm enjoying it here.
What about are there any receivers that giving you any grief out there? You're covering those guys every day. Anybody stand out to you? Anybody you want to brag on a little bit?
Good receivers. I think one of the most impressive was Andrew Trezilli. He's just so long and athletic. You got David Patterson. You got great routes. Ja'Cory Shepard. He also a good route runner. And I think those are the main three.
All three of those guys you mentioned all do different things. As a D-back, does that? Do you have to approach that differently? Maybe a guy that's shorter but fast, and a guy that's taller.
Yeah, you do.
What is the difference? Say between Trezilli and DJ.
With Trezilli, you want to, as you know, he's 6'4", 6'5". So when you're in phase with him, you want to just try to, instead of going for the big play interception, you just want to try to get the pass break up, because it's not likely you're going to get intercepted off of him, especially like a jump ball or something.
Yeah.
But when you're with a smaller guy, you can take advantage.
Be more aggressive a little bit.
Right.
How excited do you get on the field against somebody else?
I'm very excited.
Yeah, ready for South Dakota State then?
Yes, sir.
Cool, man.